Every morning when you open your eyes, you are gifted a brand new page in the book of your life. The way you begin that page determines the story of your day. Too often, people rush into the world without acknowledging the one who gave them another chance to live, breathe, and start again. But when you begin your day by surrendering it to Allah, you invite peace, purpose, and blessings into every moment that follows. Surrendering your day to Allah is not a weakness. It's the greatest act of strength and trust you can ever perform. It's a declaration that says, Ya Allah, I cannot control everything, but I know you can. Every morning when you open your eyes, you are gifted a brand new page in the book of your life. The way you begin that page determines the story of your day. Too often, people rush into the world without acknowledging the one who gave them another chance to live, breathe, and start again. But when you begin your day by surrendering it to Allah, you invite peace, purpose, and blessings into every moment that follows. Surrendering your day to Allah is not a weakness. It's the greatest act of strength and trust you can ever perform. It's a declaration that says, Ya Allah, I cannot control everything, but I know you can. When you wake up and start your day with the remembrance of Allah, you are grounding your heart in certainty. You are reminding yourself that no matter what awaits you outside, you have already turned to the one who holds everything in his hand. This act of surrender transforms your morning into something sacred. It's no longer just another routine start. It becomes a spiritual awakening. You realize that every breath, every opportunity, every meeting, and even every challenge that comes your way is orchestrated by Allah for a reason. You may not always understand that reason, but faith teaches you that everything Allah decrees carries hidden goodness even if your eyes can't yet see it. When you surrender your day to Allah, you're not abandoning responsibility. You're embracing divine partnership. You still work, you still plan, and you still strive, but your efforts are no longer driven by fear or anxiety. They are driven by trust. You work knowing that success is not in your control, it's in Allah's decree. You plan your day, but you know the outcome rests in His hands. You put your heart into your actions, but you leave the results to the one who never fails. This surrender lightens your heart because you are no longer trying to carry the burden of what only Allah can handle. So many people wake up already stressed about what might go wrong. They think about deadlines, problems, and expectations, and they begin their day burdened by worry. But a believer who surrenders to Allah wakes up with calmness. Before picking up the phone or checking messages, they raise their hands and whisper, Ya Allah, bless my day, guide my actions, protect me from harm, and make my efforts beneficial. That simple dua changes everything. It shifts your mindset from fear to faith. It reminds you that your day isn't in hands of people or circumstances, it's in the hands of Allah, the most merciful, the most wise. When you give your day to Allah, you start to notice miracles in the smallest things. You find ease in your work even when it's busy. You experience comfort in your heart even when things don't go as planned. You see opportunities appear where you thought there were none, and even when hardship comes, you feel a strange peace because you know Allah is with you through it. The Quran reminds us, and whoever puts their trust in Allah, He is sufficient for them. That verse isn't just for difficult times, it's a way of life. To live with tawakkul, to truly trust Allah, is to hand over your day and your destiny to Him and say, I know you will take care of me better than I can take care of myself. Surrendering your day to Allah doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means you act with excellence while knowing that every outcome is part of a divine plan. When something goes right, you say Alhamdulillah and thank Allah for His mercy. When something goes wrong, you say Alhamdulillah and trust that He has protected you from what wasn't meant for you. Both outcomes are blessings because both are from Him. That's the mindset of true surrender. It's freedom from fear, from doubt, and from the pressure of controlling what's beyond your reach. Every moment you remember Allah throughout your day becomes an act of worship. Saying Bismillah before starting something invites His blessings into your work. Saying Alhamdulillah after completing it fills your heart with gratitude even when you face a delay, a difficulty, or a disappointment. Saying Insha'Allah keeps you aligned with His will. The Prophet Muhammad FDFA taught us to remember Allah in every state, and that remembrance keeps your heart alive. When your heart remembers Allah, your day flows with barakah. You become more patient, more grateful, and more aware of how every detail in life is connected to His wisdom. Think of how different your life becomes when you stop worrying about what's next and start focusing on who is in control. The believer who surrenders to Allah doesn't panic when plans change because they know Allah's plan is always better. They don't break down when something doesn't happen the way they wanted because they trust that what didn't happen wasn't meant to bring them good. This kind of peace cannot be bought. It's earned through faith and surrender. Sometimes Allah tests us through the very days we surrender to Him. You may start your morning with faith and still face challenges before sunset. That doesn't mean Allah has abandoned you. It means He is giving you a chance to strengthen your trust, to prove that your surrender isn't only for the easy moments, but also for the storms. When you continue to say Alhamdulillah even when things get hard, you are showing Allah that your trust in Him is unconditional. And that's when you experience the sweetness of faith, the peace that no hardship can take away. So every morning before you rush into the world, take a moment to pause and hand your day to Allah. Say, Ya Allah, I surrender my plans to you. Guide my steps, protect my heart, and bless my time. Help me make this day pleasing to you. With that one act, your ordinary day transforms into a journey of worship. You'll notice that your stress fades, your focus sharpens, and your heart becomes lighter. Because when Allah takes charge of your day, everything falls into place exactly as it should. Remember, surrendering your day to Allah doesn't just change how you live. It changes how you feel, how you respond, and how you grow. It teaches you patience in trials and gratitude in ease. It gives you confidence that even when life feels uncertain, your path is secure because Allah is guiding every step. Trust Him with your day, your plans, and your dreams. And when you do, you'll realize that every sunrise is not just another beginning. It's an invitation from Allah to surrender once again and live your day with faith, peace, and purpose. Every morning is a new beginning, a new gift from Allah filled with endless possibilities. When you open your eyes after a night's rest, the first breath you take is a reminder that Allah has given you another chance to live, to grow, and to come closer to Him. Yet many people begin their days rushing into the world, checking their phones, chasing deadlines, and planning their tasks without pausing to remember the one who allowed them to wake up. But the true believer knows that the secret to a peaceful and successful day lies in surrendering it to Allah. When you hand your day over to Him, you are placing your trust in the one who never fails, who never forgets, and who never leaves you alone. Surrendering your day to Allah doesn't mean abandoning effort. It means beginning everything with intention and trust. It means starting your morning not with anxiety but with dua. Before you step into your day, whisper, Ya Allah, I hand this day to you. Guide my actions, protect my heart, and bless my time. That simple prayer sets the tone for everything that follows. Suddenly, your worries become lighter because you know you are not walking alone. Every task, every challenge, every conversation you face becomes part of a divine plan carefully written by the one who loves you most. When you surrender your day to Allah, you stop trying to control every detail. You understand that no matter how much you plan, only what Allah wills will come to pass. So instead of stressing over what might happen, you begin to trust that whatever happens has a reason. Maybe something doesn't go the way you hoped, but you remind yourself that Allah's wisdom is greater than your understanding. You start to see that delays are not denials, and disappointments are not punishments, they are simply redirections towards something better. This trust brings an unshakable calmness to your soul because you know that every situation, whether easy or difficult carries hidden mercy. Starting your day with remembrance transforms your mindset completely. The Prophet Muhammad DFA taught us to begin our mornings with dhikr, with words of remembrance, like Alhamdulillah and Subhanallah. These words don't just sit on your tongue, they heal your heart. When you begin your day remembering Allah, your heart becomes anchored in peace. You walk into your responsibilities with strength and positivity. Even when people try to upset you or circumstances try to shake you, your heart remains steady because it's connected to the one who never changes. Imagine the difference between two people, one who rushes into the day depending on his own effort, and one who begins his day by depending on Allah. The first one may succeed temporarily, but his heart is often restless because he believes everything depends on him. The second one may face challenges, but his heart is calm because he knows Allah is handling his affairs. That's the power of surrender. It replaces fear with faith and replaces chaos with clarity. When you say Bismillah before you begin something, you're not just saying words, you're declaring that Allah is part of your effort. You're saying, Ya Allah, I can't do this alone, but with you everything is possible. Throughout the day, life throws many tests our way. Maybe someone speaks harshly to you, or a plan falls apart, or you feel overwhelmed. In those moments, remind yourself, I surrendered my day to Allah and He is in control. This simple thought changes how you respond. Instead of reacting with anger or despair, you respond with patience and peace. You realize that nothing happens randomly. Every moment is written with purpose. Even your difficulties carry lessons. Sometimes Allah delays your plans because He wants to protect you from unseen harm. Sometimes He places you in a challenge so you can grow stronger in faith. Every test is a step closer to Him if you face it with trust. When you live your day with this mindset, you also begin to see blessings in places you never noticed before. You find joy in small things, like a smile, a kind word, or the beauty of nature because your heart is content. You no longer rush through your day chasing worldly satisfaction. You move through it seeking Allah's pleasure. You realize that the true success of your day is not how much you achieved, but how much you remembered Allah in it. Because a day spent without remembering Him is a day wasted, but a day spent with Him is a day filled with barakah and meaning. Surrendering your day to Allah also builds resilience. When you rely on your own strength, you will eventually feel exhausted. But when you rely on Allah, you tap into a source of strength that never runs out. You stop fearing failure because you know that even if something doesn't work out, it's not truly a loss, it's a lesson. You start believing that every no from this world is simply a wait, or something better from Allah. That kind of faith turns every hardship into hope. You begin to walk with confidence because your trust isn't in yourself. It's in your Creator at the end of each day. Reflect on how it went. Maybe some things didn't go according to your plan, but if you surrendered it to Allah from the beginning, know that it went exactly as He intended. That realization brings peace to your heart. When you say your evening prayers, thank Allah for guiding you through. Thank Him for protecting you from what you didn't see and for giving you another chance to improve. Gratitude is also a form of surrender because it acknowledges that every good in your life comes from Him. Life becomes more beautiful when you stop resisting Allah's plans and start embracing them. When you surrender your day to Him, you are not losing control. You are gaining peace. You stop fighting against the flow of life and start moving with it, trusting that wherever Allah takes you is exactly where you're meant to be. You wake up with hope, work with faith, and sleep with contentment. That is the life of someone who has truly surrendered. So every morning when your eyes open to a new day, pause and take a deep breath. Whisper Alhamdulillah for another chance. Begin your day not with worry but with trust. Hand your plans, your worries, and your hopes to Allah and watch how your day transforms. Because when you let Allah take control, you'll find peace even in chaos, purpose in struggle, and joy in surrender. Your day will no longer just pass. It will become a journey of connection, gratitude, and faith, and by the end of it, your heart will whisper with certainty, when you surrender your day to Allah, you never lose, you always win.